Today, we're looking at the 500-piece puzzle Floating Architecture from Arrow Puzzles, a budget puzzle brand here in Australia. I picked this up from an RSPCA op shop where I passed over it some weeks before, but giving it another look and noticing it was sealed and marked down to just $3, I thought I'd give it a go. Turns out I had the right idea the first time, as did whoever put this in the donation bin without opening it. So let's get into it. The box is awful, using the cheapest corrugated cardboard stock that you'd usually see in package filler. The visual design is okay, but the puzzle is cropped off on the front and too small on the sides and back, and there's no poster inside, so you just don't have a good option to work off of. Onto the image, it's a three-dimensional render from Taiwanese artist Judy Kao, aka tykcartoon from Shutterstock, which is where I assume Arrow Puzzles grabbed it from. The simple floating geometry is reminiscent of early computer-generated imagery, and the checkerboard hallway puts me in mind of the 00 music video from Mike Batt. This is part of their Optical Illusion series, featuring stock art from other artists, and I might be missing something, but I really don't see an optical illusion here. Like, I get how that title applies to the Escher stairs and this impossible fountain image, but this one, it's just regular floating geometry, right? With no apparent visual trickery. These square rings are the closest it gets, being almost like a Penrose square, but not quite. There is an animated version of this render I found online, which is a bit of a trip, so maybe that's where they got the optical illusion name from? But in the static version, I just don't see it. Now, as a puzzle image, this one worked reasonably well. I guess you can see that there's not much colour to pull out from, but the checkerboard pattern can be easily separated, and with the perspective and slight tinting, it was quite satisfying to put that part of the puzzle together. However, you might have already noticed some trouble spot, namely these black voids in between the arches here. There is meant to be a spacescape in the image, but that barely comes through in the printing. Now, a small solid colour section isn't too much of a problem, as long as the piece cut is sufficiently varied so you can use techniques like shape sorting to fill it in and not have to worry about false fits as you do. But that is not the case here. Now, I know Arrow is a budget brand, but I've done a few before, and I found those pieces decent, if nothing special. That they were thin, but at least they had a varied cut and fit together well. The pieces in this box though, they're flat and cheap and basically all the same shape, which meant when I got to those trouble spots, I had 47 near identical pieces to work through. I eventually got them in to a fashion, but definitely not all in the right spots. But then even the pieces in this puzzle I knew had to go together didn't fit all that well. So I wasn't about to waste the time jiggering those black pieces around endlessly, just trying to get a marginally better fit. And once you've hit a point with a puzzle where you just want it to end, you know it's not a good one. I'm giving this one 1 out of 5, and avoiding any Arrow puzzles in boxes like this one in the future. Thank you for watching. Until next time, I hope you can find some variety in your life. Take care.